Good morning, guys. Hey, Jen. What's up, you two? How's everyone's weekend going so far? Wait, aren't you already in Central Oregon? Oh, you're in Portland. I mean, Portland's pretty close to the middle. Oregon's like this. It's got like some sort of like little thing over here. I don't know how big that is. And then the bottom of it's just completely flat. And then, you know, if this were the center of Oregon, you're like right fucking here. Actually, here. This thing? Whatever. Like that. Oh, it's close enough for these purposes. Portland to Central is 4 hours. Hmm. Sauce. It's kind of on the border with Washington. Maybe it's a little further north. It's still very central. Here? Is that better? Poopy, don't get timed out in here. Further west? Hmm. I don't care that much. You're going on a date? I didn't go on a date. What's up, NW? We're not in coastal Oregon. I assume Oregon works the same way as California. Either you're on the coast or you're in central Oregon. I don't understand what this argument is. Everything east of Portland is Idaho. Nobody from Portland or west goes east of Mount Hood. Are you on the Greater Idaho team now? I don't know what that means. But I'm on the everything east of Portland is the Midwest team. As defined by my map of the United States, which we've covered, what, 80 times now? Quiet poopy pants. Why is it that conservative people always live in the shittiest part of the state they live in? It's the same thing in California. I don't know, everywhere in California that isn't 30 miles from the coast. Sure. Bakersfield, Fresno. I feel attacked. It's like conservatism only pops up in areas where the real estate's really shitty. Hey man, $3 beers. I wouldn't know. I mean, I know you posted that thing where the beers are $3, but I would never go there. All right. Anyway, let's get cracking on stocks. Hmm. What are we going to start with? VOD. How did more than one person request that? Oh, it doesn't even have options data. Fantastic. Oh. Vodafone? What do they want to know about this? Flat mostly? Is this like something you own, Carl, and you put it at the top of the list because you're taking advantage of your position? Is it because they're European? Do they pay a dividend? Ooh, they do, and it's 7%. That's not bad. Payout ratio seems fine. When was it a penny stock? It's never been a penny stock. 2008? No, even it was way more back then. You know, for a telecom company, their balance sheet isn't actually that bad. They're way below book value right now. Uh, Current liabilities are kind of high. Doesn't seem like it's anything they can't manage. Average around, well, like 11 billion in cash flows a year. Hmm. There's got to be something I'm missing here. Why is this so fucking cheap? Did they do like a bunch of dilution or something? No, they're buying back shares. Well, they were. What the fuck? Margins were around 5%. Debt to equity is a little high, but it's been trimming down since 2019 pretty consistently. A lot of that's long-term debt too. Hmm. Seems like they would be a big beneficiary of infrastructure spending. This seems really cheap. I need to dig into them more, but the current price is kind of low. I mean, under $9 would be a lot better, but the ramp up in volume makes a lot of sense. They're trading at like a sub 10x PE. Their debt's not too bad. They've got a 7% dividend. I don't see why it's so cheap. It should be like, I don't know, 15, 20 bucks. There's got to be a reason. There's got to be something I don't know about. I'll have to look into it. That's like I know what it is. I know what Vodafone is. I mean, T's trading at like 17x PE right now. It was about where Vodafone was back when it was at like 14 bucks. 14, 15 bucks. Shrinking revenues on VOD, not a great sign. I mean, who are they losing market share to though? Like I need to yeah, I mean I need to look into all of that. I don't think their revenues are falling that hard. Like they trimmed down from 2020, 2021 quite a bit, but 22, 23, 20 like trailing and the trailing 12 months all look relatively flat, like 40 billion a year. Even at just flat, like this would still be undervalued with no forward growth potential. I think they had to divest from business in Italy or India a bit ago. Okay, that might make sense. Could the price of yen be affecting them? VOD and ASTS have a joint venture coming out. Satellite internet. I still think they're cheap. Mm, interesting. They're headquartered in the United Kingdom too. A falling dollar could be really good for them, especially against the pound and the yen. I have other stocks I have to look at. If I'm after I'm done with those, maybe. All right, interesting. Pretty cheap, which is rare. It's usually hard to find things that are that undervalued. I'm thinking there has to be another reason that's not readily explained by just their financials, but all right, let's look at Apple. Apple seems to be requested a bunch. What do people want to know? Back above GN, move up to 230. Credit spreads near bottom of gamma curve, maybe a bounce off of GN. All right, so Apple's not picking up a lot of delta, but gamma did pick up. Which means an upside move here might not be very well supported. Let's see. A lot of negative gamma to the upside, around like above 20, 220, 250. It seems to be a little bit put heavy. So sold puts. Where did this bounce from? So it got down to like 205. So there's a little bit of resistance here at spot, but I think if it gets above like 225, it could probably start pushing up more. Not sure it will though. I wasn't talking, I was typing. AGL? Mm, not really. I mean, it's almost at $5, so that's kind of exciting. Looks like Delta's starting to fall off. Gamma picked up a little bit. IV's pretty low. I don't like the complete lack of out of the money positioning. So I would say no, AGL kind of looks boring. Probably not worth talking about. Celsius, GM continues to rise along with price. Okay. A little bit, yeah. How spicy does this get? It's already pretty spicy. I mean, there's definitely going to be some like local resistance out at 35. 35 to 40 would be the next leg up. Mm, it's not impossible. Gamma's pretty flat to the upside. Mm, I would say getting above 35 looks a little bit difficult right now. It is. Yeah, we did a soft launch and made it available to the pickle jar Pookie. I mean, they have debt like all telecoms, but they still have big fat cash flows like all telecoms. I'm banned from Super Stack. Why would I drop a DD there? I don't have any DD to write for that anyway. I already wrote it all. Celsius to goon and brag about. It's already gooned quite a bit. Um, DD for GME is, at least as far as I'm concerned. Fubo. Still support at 3. Yeah. Hopefully a gap fill to 350 in the coming weeks. 4? Maybe. There's 350 sold puts. I don't know. When's earnings? Fubo might start to get some covering here. It's getting a little bit illiquid. Earnings is out in like May. Yeah, sure, why not? DVN and MU. Okay, I'll try to remember those for the end. GME old-fashioned OPEC settlement run. Looks a lot like one, yeah. There's some things that I'm not a huge fan of, but it doesn't look bad by any means. Tips are crossing over, starting to pull towards each other, which is usually a pretty good sign out here on the 4-hour. Foreign exchange arbitrage has remained positive over the last several trading sessions, which is leading to some decent price improvement that turned around a little bit on Friday, but was still elevated, still around like 10. So liquidity is kind of tight, so not a lot. Not a lot more room to short down on the ETF side, and it looks like IJH and IJJ are already seeing some covering. And volatility's been picking up pretty consistently, so increased variance, and then the upside moves pressuring the short calls at like 25. Could all lead to a breakout. I think XRT is still on reg show, so let me double check that real quick. Yeah, XRT is still on reg show as of the 21st. With the index ETF rebalances and the XRT rebalance, could probably will get pulled from reg show. I think it's been on there for a while, since like Feb, so it's definitely about due for one. Fubo is too liquid for river runs dry to really apply. I mean, it applies a little bit sometimes, but most of the short vol on Fubo is just me and Atomic. So it's Anticipated around May 2nd. Yeah, that's fine. It was the week before last week. Will GME go to 40? Not likely. I think it's pretty unlikely that it goes above like 32. Mm, okay. It would need news or something to push out further. Like that's then you gotta like get like that Vegas squeeze going again. Not that there isn't interest out at like 35-40, there is. But pushing out to that is gonna require something happens. Mm. Gamma kind of tops out around like 32, 30, 40, 43 and stuff out here further out on the curve or a little higher, but getting from like 32 to 40 is not exactly easy. Like volatility is going to have to skyrocket. The last time we saw volatility go that high, like high enough to do that, was with DFE buying in. So short of something like that happening, or like some unexpected announcement at earnings or something like that, I don't really see it going higher than like 30 or 32. Even 32 probably wouldn't last very long. Also, people are still doing that stupid shit where they buy tons of weeklies on it, which is looks like it's leading to a lot of people getting a little bit burned. I do like that the adjusted Gex is starting to move a little bit more positive. It's not positive yet, but it's getting there. That's a good sign. I'm not really sure that Gamma Max moving up matters much, though. It's just people buying options above spot. But yeah, I mean, it's set up for a run. I said it was bullish like 2 weeks ago. It still looks good. My expectations for GME are always lower. Sometimes they're always lower than they should be, but I find it better to keep them tame. The incentive to sell volatility on any upside move is always very, very high. All right, let's see what's next. Google Omax. Carl here. I have to say I have no idea what the fucking Omax is. OPEX? I have no idea. Maybe OPEX? Is it like their quantum? Maybe that's like Odyssey Marine Exploration? No, no. I think maybe they meant OPEX. Google looks pretty good to the upside. 167.50 out to like 172 might be a little tricky. But above that, it looks fine. Get some further dated puts sold on it. Ivy's coming down quite a bit over the last like few days. Hmm. That's all I need to say. Well, I guess I shouldn't. No. Lucid looks like it's at a double bottom, and I expect to profit from all the Californians looking for EVs due to the Tesla exodus. Hmm. Why would anybody buy Lucids? SLD is not over till Monday morning. Are Lucids even like readily available in the US anywhere? This kind of seems like made up. Like, how would they be a viable competitor to Tesla right now? People have money for cars, I guess. Yeah, they're nice, but they're fucking not easy to get a hold of, and they're not cheap. It's a good $2 stock. This is Greg. Greg fucking messaged me about this earlier here. I feel like he's been holding this shit since it was like $5. He's just looking for some copium. I've never been to Maui. I've been to Honolulu. No, I bought it 217. Okay. I don't, like, they don't make money. They have forward growth prospects and they're heavily funded by the Saudis, but I don't know if they're going to sell substantially more cars. I mean, you'd have to look into like, are they rolling out more dealerships? Are they doing like a direct to customer type of model like Tesla did? Um, what if they are going to use dealerships? What dealerships are they going to be sold at? Because they've never met a single one of their like revenue expectations in the last like 3 years. They also have 3 billion outstanding shares. They have 9 dealerships in key markets. That's not going to be enough. Tesla has 160. Wait, 9 in California? Looks like they're purchased direct from factory using their website. I mean, all right. A replacement for Tesla, I don't, not in the short term, I don't think. But I will say that like if they are going to usurp some of Tesla's business and market share, which is possible, remember that they're not going to be valued the same way that Tesla is. They're not a rocket company. They don't provide Internet of Things services. They don't have, satellite internet. They don't have a rocket company attached to them or an underground train company, or they don't make tiny flamethrowers that no one ever bought. So, I mean, expect them to be valued more in line with other manufacturers, provided that they steal some of the market share. And I don't think they're going to steal a significant amount of it because there's other big car manufacturers who are able to meet demand. We expect some capex spend, which could hurt their share price. Yeah, Rivian's. I mean, Rivian's a similar bet. Lucid might be a bit cheaper than Rivian, relatively. I don't know what Rivian's trading at right now. Yeah, Rivian looks kind of good on the options side. If it can break out above delta neutral, it's got some room to move up. The options trade on Lucid's just going to be weird. But there might be some like out of the money interest coming in here. There's actually like not a terrible amount of delta on it. There's definitely like plenty of out of the money positioning. And realized vol's picking up a little bit, even though nearer term vol IV is kind of falling. There's like an okay ramp to the upside of $3. So I mean, yeah, it doesn't look like bad above $3. Rivian's definitely a little better known. Their options chain's a little bit more fleshed out. But similar thing. I wonder your take on the fundamentals. I mean, they've diluted the fuck out of the company in order to do a capital raise from the Saudis, who own a significant chunk of it. I mean, as long as U.S. Saudi relationships stay fine, I don't really see a problem with it. I think they have pretty good cash on hand. Their debt's not too bad. Yeah. Not too bad. But in order for them to pick up multiples, I mean, I would say that like either profitability needs to pick up or like their income. And if you're expecting significant bump in capex, then it'll probably be hard for them to hold even these prices. Like their net margin is atrocious. Yeah, Rivian looks good for similar reasons. Right. They both stand to capture some of Tesla's market share, but I feel like companies like Toyota, Honda, GM, Ford are probably all way better positioned to capture that market share than Rivian or Lucid, given that they're both still kind of in their infancy as far as being like large automotive manufacturers. BYD, like why not BYD? I mean, compared for like the Model 3, they're the most comparable. Lucids are expensive. So, I mean, if it's just a I mean, like if you consider the bulk of Tesla's like automotive sales value to be just the Model 3, which I think is pretty accurate, um then, BYD or Toyota or Ford are probably going to be the most comparable manufacturers. Rivians and Lucids are both luxury high end products. They don't really have like a cheaper base option. BYD faces entry issues to the US. They can bribe Trump just like everyone else. I mean, they can be overcome. There's a reason Buffett bought BYD. And isn't Toyota supposed to be rolling out their like solid state battery stuff soon? That's gonna be a big deal. Also, Toyota's already fairly well positioned to shift a lot of manufacturing into the US and dodge a lot of international tariffs. They already do a significant amount of their manufacturing here. He bought it because he thought it was food. Yeah, I mean, anyway, I'm gonna move on to other stocks that are interesting. Yeah, I'm just saying you could be stuck in that for a long time before it gains any substantial value. I don't think it's like a bad buy if it's something you want to bet on, but it's a bet. They've got a long way to go before they're competing with the big boys. I don't know what your secret stock is, Popcorn. What's next? LMT. Ooh. LM2 was doing fine last I looked, and then something nasty happened on Friday. Ow, that sucks. Were you long LMT? Oh, LMT lost or didn't get the contract for the F-47 jet. Boeing did. So Boeing's probably going up. Yep, there you go. Boeing looks kind of interesting. You could probably pair trade that till the news fizzles down. It looks like plenty of interest on Boeing all the way out to like 200, which it tested or came close to testing on Friday. Uh, yeah, IV hasn't even really turned around on Boeing yet, but Boeing could go up to like 200, 215. They've needed some good news for a while, and then LMT has some support down here from previously. It looks like it almost topped VN and then bounced, but mm, yeah, there's still a bunch of sold puts at 440 from the last move up. So this might be okay support. I would confirm it, and then if it gets back above like 255, maybe bullish again. But if LMT loses 240, it might drop back down to like 400. Little uptick in short-term vol. Yeah, it could. I mean, well, I guess not 400, but like 420. It could keep falling. I'll write that up because that's probably worth mentioning. It's not just notional delta to market cap, but that's one way of getting an idea. There's a lot of other stuff too, like number of strikes. Um, Something like Nvidia, like Nvidia is usually like 2 to 4% of its total market cap in delta. But it also like there's also an effect of like the amount of liquidity and the volume in the options market as well that all kind of affect that. So yeah, we've given you guys notional delta as a percentage of market cap in order to get a really rough idea. But eventually, we're probably going to add some kind of like way to actually weight and classify stocks into kind of like a tier system or something. Zom surprisingly went over 115, as high as even 116. That's not surprising. It's a little bit more out of the money interest building at 120, which is widening out the potential range for this. Vol's not picking up really very much, but yeah, there's been more interest coming into the upside. It appears to be a little bit of positioning has moved up as high as 118. No, 120. I mean, a slide back to 10. Yep, yep. AQN? There's nothing to ask about it. It's not doing anything. Just trading at like $5, right? Slow price improvement. It's doing fine. Riley. Hmm. Carvana found support. Riley looks like shit on the technical side. I'm sure it probably doesn't look much different here either. Nope. At above $5 is still interesting. Under $5 isn't. Why do people keep requesting TQQQ? Just ask for QQQ. QQQ's been slowly finding support, the same as the other indexes. We don't know if it's actually going to find support, but it's been trying. What's the N, God? Did I not say F47? Oh, I said... No, nobody requested a video yet, but I'll try to throw it on at the end. NSP? I mean, we do indexes at the end. Don't request indexes. All right, I don't have any options data on this. I'm gonna assume probably because they don't have a very interesting options chain. Miscellaneous commercial services. Revenues or net margins have been kind of nosediving on flat revenues. I don't know why their profitability has been going down over the last 3 quarters, but I would assume it has something to do with inflation. It doesn't look particularly good. Um, their dividends getting a bit risky. They've got executives selling shares. Quite a few of them. There seemed to be some positive news out of earnings, although that seems to be kind of fading. Oh, they raised guidance. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't look that interesting. It's like a technical breakout, I guess. There isn't like a fixed value, Holy Saber. It's just something to keep in mind. But I mean, it can vary pretty wildly. Gleep, I only have 15 minutes. Please remind people that the market is gonna crash this week. I'll try to keep that in mind, man. Hold on. I'll come grab you guys if you want. Where's Dork? Dork's not here either. MSTR sold calls moved to 330, supported 302.50. A little bit bullishness in the market, and it goes up, but could be slow. I don't want to do analysis on MSTR. It's so pointless. Like the options chain on MSTR doesn't really matter, right? It's just the price of Bitcoin. There's plenty of gamma for it to move anywhere from like 260 to 330. So it's just gonna okay. It's just gonna keep sliding up and down based on the price of Bitcoin. You might as well just trade Bitcoin. Unless like IV on MSTR goes fucking crazy again. I think you'd probably just be okay trading Bitcoin. Costco. Oh god, the fucking BTU people are back again. BTU do anything? What the fuck is it? Oh, it went up. There you go. Congratulations. It's back at $14 instead of being at 12, 13, or 15. Cool. Yeah, until there's some sort of until there's some sort of stability in commodities markets and some idea of how tariffs are gonna fall and where demand is going to be. BTU is still going to be underpriced and not prone to moving up. There's still like a lot of risk in trade relations between America and China breaking down, and BTU's getting hit with a bunch of that. So it's very cheap right now, if you want to take the risk of buying it, but it could get cheaper. Hey, there's Jorg. All right, what's up, guys? I think I'm done with this for today. Everybody asked
Not
for
much.
everybody asked for like really shitty stocks.
Why?
I don't know. It's like,
are we missing something? Like, what is it like? Did some big person say shitty stocks are the thing?
you know what it is? It's because the only thing that's even remotely interesting right now is indexes, and so I think people are just reaching real hard to try to
Makes sense.
find equities to trade. I don't know why. I don't know why you would want to
everyone
trade
wants to buy
anything that
equities.
wasn't SPY, QQQ, or SPX.
And people are sitting on gains from the Downies, and now they want to buy some stocks.
Apple looked
Right?
good because
Yeah,
it went up a bunch.
I wonder what happens when Trump scares everybody in the government and everybody in academia all at once. What do you think they're going to do with all that retirement money? If they all think they're going to lose their job soon.
Stick it into high yield savings.
Yeah.
Money markets.
That's good for stocks, right?
Oh, kind of.
It depends on if like everyone's just net short the 3 and 6 month or not. But yeah, it could be okay. Like stabilizing for stocks.
What if everybody's just jumping out of equities because they're insanely overvalued, and everybody's afraid that shit's gonna hit the fan, and all the while shorted a shitload of vol to try to save their positions, and all they could do is keep the market flat for a week.
Which was a successful endeavor. They did keep the market flat for a week.
They did. But now they have a whole new set of shortfall positions on top of the ones they lost money on. And all the while people are still dumping.
Yeah. I mean,
it'll be interesting.
Yeah, the flight out of equities probably. I don't think the flight out of equities is really going to end anytime soon.
No,
because the risk remains. So, also, yeah, April 2nd is looming.
The flight out of equities never stopped. It's just you add up what's been sold plus what's the sold puts. Right, there's still a massive amount of selling that's just being masked by sold puts. If there wasn't selling, we would have rocketed back up and V'd like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The reason we didn't is because there is selling underneath.
This chart I found interesting. I just looked at the day before OPEX and the day of OPEX on the options macro. And
this is the only time, like, obviously we have more data. I have more data that goes back farther. Dork won't backfill anymore, so people only have 1 year.
Fuck off.
He's withholding value from you, and I apologize. But if you go back to like 2021, we've I think there were times in 2022 where we closed OPEX with more put delta than call delta, but yeah, that hasn't happened until Friday. So a lot of underwater or sold puts closed. way underwater.
Yep. 800 billion, roughly.
Well, we don't know if all of those are underwater.
That's just all the delta. That's the delta change on the puts. Net 1.24 or 1.2 something trillion. Net
Daniel
delta
Mac.
fell off. Pretty cool.
What?
Pickle's picks don't do stocks anymore, and we're reaching hard. Why would you trade stocks right now? You want to trade stocks that are just slightly overvalued? And have, like, middling volatility? I don't understand people.
I mean, there's always SQQQ.
Here's
You know
what
what's
people
an
never
interesting
understood
one?
about Pickle's picks. I wasn't picking the stocks for you guys. I was playing them. That's why they were in there. If I'm not playing stocks, there's not going to be any stocks in there. Pickle's picks is
It's the
just
picks, the
positions
pickles,
I'm taking.
Yeah.
I will say, in terms of volatility, Tesla looks real fun right now.
Dude, Tesla looks like a giant bag of shit.
Well, I mean, the company, yes. Turns out gluing your cars together is a terrible idea. I believe that was pretty much a direct prediction I had. Was that like these things are all going to delaminate eventually?
Probably. Got HV10 on Tesla is at 105%. That's funny.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because like historic vol is huge on it and IV is low on it, but still extremely elevated.
Tesla looks like it's going to rip.
It might.
Well, I mean, retail. It's all over Twitter. Retail bought the dip on Tesla like they've never done before.
Did they buy puts on the dip?
I don't know.
No,
That's
there's a
kind
bunch
of
of
what it looks
muskies that
like.
want the fucking stock. That's all it is. Like when you like, there's a cohort in retail that is just big Musk maxis, and they just buy every dip on Tesla they can.
Yeah, but they pumped more in than ever before, so obviously something's a little different.
Yeah, it's down 50% from the high. They gotta average down, bud.
They did that at like 385 too, though.
And
Yeah,
they're doing it now. They're doing it over and over again because they like hitting their head into a wall.
well, the stock's basically gone nowhere in 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah. No, that's the thing is they're like, this is the lowest the stock has been in like 2 months. I gotta buy some.
8 billion worth, which isn't really that much, but interesting nonetheless.
It's kind of funny. It's just like it's such a weird stock at this point.
I just don't understand how. Well, I mean, I know why Elon Musk isn't in jail, but he really should be in jail
For which thing?
for just lying to his investors for years.
Oh, no. Not the
The
stock.
rampant fraud.
Not like the insider
No,
trading
it's only fraud when you screw over BlackRock. Okay.
You think CoreWeave's ever going to IPO? Seem to be getting close. When's their IPO date supposed to be?
I think it's actually an FPO, a fraudulent public offering. Yeah, what are they going to IPO at? Like fucking $600 a share with a 200 PE? Is that what they're going to IPO at?
Oh, no, I'm just going to short it when there's puts.
You're going to buy the first put, snip the tape on the options chain with a put.
I mean, this isn't Tootsie Roll. There shouldn't be a lot of puts.
Whoa! Are you talking shit about my baby?
I'm just talking shit about their options chain. It's very illiquid.
Look at just put okay here. I'm gonna show you guys something. Okay. And this is why this is Dork's Dunk. Okay. If we look, I'm gonna put this in the chat. If we look during all this tumultuous market craziness, you know what Tootsie Roll has done?
Nothing.
Fucking nothing.
Yeah,
And if we zoom
it's
out even
also had the same
further,
average price for the last like 5 years.
if we zoom out even further, you see that this is a serious store of value.
Does it have a dividend?
Yes, it does.
That's
Its
like
dividend
1%.
yield is, yeah, it's not a crazy impressive one. It's 1.12%. Yeah,
So it's underperforming inflation.
it's underperforming inflation on multiple metrics.
Cool.
Its price doesn't appreciate, and it yields less than treasuries.
When's the last time anybody actually ate a Tootsie Roll? I thought those were just things you buy and then throw in the trash, like
Well,
fruit,
they get
vegetables.
put in the they get put in the big bag of random candies people buy for Halloween.
Yeah, but like, I want to know, like, what is like the sweetheart deal? What do they have on big candy that they're able to be like, yeah, just put like 10% of your candy in this bag to be Tootsie Rolls. Yeah, I know nobody wants them and they're
Tootsie
disgusting.
Pops. Tootsie Pops are their big winner. Like no one's sad when they get a Tootsie Pop.
I don't know. I don't like the inside of a Tootsie Pop. It's just like literally poop covered in sugar.
They
Yeah,
make
I mean, what's not to like?
There's no here.
they make other candies. They
What?
make
Okay, Fresh Cities.
they make like junior mints and those like little chocolate covered cherries that people's grandmothers eat.
So they don't make anything good. They're
And
just
then
like
they make Charleston
nailing.
chews, which are phenomenal.
Yeah, all right.
You see, I'm turning Girk into a long Tootsie Roll investor.
No, you're not. I'm never buying that company. They have a CAGR of like 0.1%.
I know, right? It's so impressive. How
Yeah,
they
by the
managed to
time you're
stay perfectly
95, your
flat.
shares are going to be worth like $1 more than they are now.
Yeah, dude.
But you'll have collected that
You know what, though?
compounding 1% over the last 50 years.
But your Sharp ratio is going to be like exactly 1.
Tootsie Roll's in a weird spot of never going out of business and also never growing.
Yep. They fully saturated the market 50 years ago.
Yeah. And they haven't innovated anything since like 1970.
But they've clearly been providing a stable product that people want in some capacity.
Poopy, are you so they sell the caramel apple pop? That's their thing too? Like that's
They do.
that's the lollipop that lasts like 6,000 years in your mouth.
Why would anybody want to eat a single piece of candy for that long?
Because you just keep the candy in your mouth forever and it just slowly eats your teeth.
They also still make the wax lips.
There we go.
Ew.
And
It's a
sugar
massive
daddy
bullshit.
and sugar baby candy.
Ew. Why can't they just make like one normal piece of candy?
I don't know. But it's almost below 30 again, so I might trade it back up to $33. That's pretty much the
Aren't
play.
you going to wait for it to get to $27?
Oh yeah, you buy below 30 and you sell above 33. That's the Tootsie Roll play.
So I'm gonna have to go soon. Whenever the dogs start arriving, we're gonna have a big dog birthday party for our golden retriever, and there's gonna be like 15 dogs in my backyard.
That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
He loves friends, but also my wife's a vet and works with a bunch of people that have animals, so it's not that weird.
So it's just like a marketing event for your wife.
Sure.
Nice. See, that's smart. I like that.
But we all agree. So we all agree that the market's going to crash tomorrow.
I agree.
No.
Mark
Fuck off,
agrees.
Kurt.
2 out of 3.
No. I'll agree the market's going to crash tomorrow if futures opens down 50 bips.
And doesn't recover, of course, right?
Yeah.
That has to be
Yeah.
part of the
Doesn't
requirement.
recover.
Just keeps going down. Like if we open to like if tomorrow pre-market we're down like 125 bips, we're probably fucked.
Yeah.
No one's gonna short vol.
I have like this weird moral conundrum. Like on one hand, I'm ready for it to just finally start returning to normalcy. But on the other hand, I want to see it stay lofted just long enough for Masayoshi-san to get fully levered into dog shit.
We're going to be stuck at Delta Neutral all week, aren't we? Probably.
Yeah, this feels like a short ball.
See, the only
hard to
problem
do.
I have with your crash thesis is that part of your crash thesis is bulls have been shorting the fuck out of vol all of last week.
True.
And I think unless that gets blown up, now don't get me wrong, if they get blown up, I agree with you. It crashes. But nothing's happened this weekend. It's been really boring.
Yeah, but what if they just run out of money to short vol while the selling continues underneath? I think it's just going to be like it's going to be a trickle bleed that turns into just a washout.
Arterial bleed.
I think they're just going to run out of money to short with, and it's going to keep going down, and they're going to be like, well, shit.
And then they're just sitting on the short positions. Well, then they would have at that point that would be a margin call, right? They would have to because they can't hedge it down anymore. They would just have to fucking close.
Yeah.
Which would be really bad.
Yeah.
It'd be like really bad for our economy, ironically.
Yeah. And I think most of the dip buyers, they already bought the dipperoonie.
They've been buying the dip the whole time.
So,
Whoever's been bullish.
So where's this like mythical pump going to come from?
There has to be something that restores confidence in U.S. markets and the U.S. economy. What's it going to be? I don't know. Is Trump going to just send out stimmies for no reason? That would do it.
Yeah, but you have to understand, like, what has to be overcome is the fear that he's put into like at least 20% of the country that they might lose their job in the next few months.
Right.
Like, I don't think that there's anything that he's gonna do that's gonna like sway people into thinking that they're safe all of a sudden. Especially because he just keeps flip flopping every other day. There's like, okay, well, today he said we're safe, but tomorrow's gonna be like, well, I hate trans again, so all the schools have to pay me $100 million or they get burned to the ground.
Trump undoes tariffs. Yeah, right? Like, isn't that like next week?
I think it's April 1st, right?
Yeah, can we
Or April
crash
2nd?
until... I don't know if we can crash until tariffs are implemented, like, broadly.
I think I think as we get closer and closer, prices are going to converge with the tariff,
And
you
And don't we need to like goon up to like 5,900 on the collar roll in 8 days?
Oh.
No, because we're down at the other side of the collar.
I don't know, we ended the day Friday at 56.73. SPX. I don't know. If Friday kept selling off, maybe.
Yeah, that end of the day was pretty crazy. But maybe that was just like somebody going for it. That was like their last shot because they're out of money.
It
A lot of
probably makes them
hopium, I
all
think.
reciprocal tariffs and then blames the foreign countries. It's too on brand. That is kind of on brand. Have we accounted for Jensen's tiny sex robot in all of this?
No, we haven't. I was assuming nobody wanted to talk about AI today.
I just wanted to talk about the sex robot.
Oh, yeah.
That's not AI. That's just a sex robot.
Wall XXX.
I mean, it's
ETH.
kind of, if you think about it, what you really need. I mean, there's this thing that's been going around with like that $16,000 robot from China or whatever, and people are like kicking it and it doesn't fall over, and they're like putting backpacks on it and it can squirrel out from under it and stand up. They really need to put a bussy on that thing.
Have you seen
And
the
just,
Boston Dynamics robot doing like backflips and shit?
yeah, it's all the same tech.
But how well can it operate a sex swing?
I mean, with machine learning, anything's possible.
Mm.
All
Or
it's got
like
to
reverse
do is
cowgirl.
all it's got to do is learn a few moves.
I read an interesting comment on Reddit about sex robots. And he believes that sex robot technology is revisionist, and that by creating fully fledged sex robots, we're actually taking steps back from the advancements made in pocket pussies,
Oh shit.
because those you can put in a pocket, and you can't put a sex robot in your pocket.
Okay, let's calm down
Are
here. I
they
think
completely just missing the whole dynamic of the illusion that you're okay? I can't even do this. There's just so much missing from it. Such a fundamental misunderstanding of the what makes sex attractive.
well, yeah, they're also missing basic pocket pussy dynamics and sex bot dynamics. I mean, like you assume that the sex bot's going to be huge, but Jensen has shown us that the future of sex bots is a tiny little robot that looks like Wally
Yeah,
with
that's
with
all
robustness.
fine. That's all fine, but how do you 69 that little thing?
You get two of them.
That's not
You
no.
stack
That's not
three
the
of them in
point.
a trench coat. You buy two and one sits on your face. Two times the sales. Yeah, Jensen will put two of them in the same box for you.
The more you buy, the more you save.
Yep.
uh,
Jesus Christ.
yep.
Ready to burn it all down. All this Optimus shit.
So, do we want to go over options macro into Friday?
Yeah, a bunch of sold puts got fucked.
Yeah, they just lost
The
their
end.
money.
Poof.
So now we're now back at the peak of put leverage, though.
No, we're not. It's
Uh,
just flatter there, but we're still not at the peak. The peak's still above us.
oh yeah, that's actually, you're right. Yeah, the peak is a.
So you
It's
know what we witnessed was
it's
actually
really
not.
flat though.
Yeah, it's
We
pretty
actually
flat.
just witnessed a wealth transfer to the Bears from the Bulls.
Yeah, of several $trillion.
About 800 billion put delta, but I don't know what that means in
Let's
contracts. But
call let's call let's say probably half of it. So 400 billion.
yeah,
Oof.
not poof, just thank you for the money.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if it was Bears or market makers. Probably just market makers.
It was market makers for
Wow,
sure.
total put leverage fell so fucking hard though. Like the
Super
OI
recovers.
leverage fell from 10 to 8.5.
Yeah, a bunch of out of the money stuff expired. That was the stuff they were using to try to hold it up.
Oh shit, maybe you're right. Maybe this does crash tomorrow.
I mean, I definitely agree with you. We'll know the second futures opens.
Yeah. Everything else
Well,
until then is just a. Well, it's not a
I don't
coin
know
flip,
if
but
that's true. I mean, I really need the next few days to see which direction we bleed. If we still like fail all the pumps and still are just slowly drifting, because how much more VIX shorting? How much more room do they really have? Right? They're not getting this shit back to 12. We've also had the weird. Remember the last 2 days of the week, last 2 trading days of the week. Someone overnight just had this massive sale.
Yeah. Yeah, the
So if
market
that,
would just kind of enter a mini tailspin for a sec.
yeah, so if that happens again,
Did you type?
you looking at this put leverage on GLD or call leverage? Well, there's no puts on GLD at all. Everyone's just long gold, Nvidia, and
MicroStrategy, right? That's the last thing you were gonna
yeah,
say.
yeah.
MicroStrategy.
MicroStrategy's pretty high. TMV, a lot of people are long TMV.
which one's that?
TMV?
Yeah.
TMV is like is it the short? It's like the 20, yeah, it's the bear 3x 20-year treasury.
Oh, nice.
So everyone thinks that SQQQ, silver, gold, Bitcoin, and the 20-year, like, well, those are all going to go up. The 20-year treasury is going to tank, and then SPX is going to tank. Oh, and retail's dead. Like, retail's almost as dead as it was during COVID.
Nice.
Yeah, that was one thing that kind of gave me pause too. Though when I saw that, I was like thinking about an unwinding of very negative, very bearish positions could push up.
Yeah, XRT's on Reg Show. It's been on Reg Show for like a month now.
They're naked shorting XRT to pay GME holders and to recreate the Bobby shares that they're going to redistribute to all the people who lost their Bobby shares at $1 million a share.
They're
Dogs
just
are
using
showing up.
XRT to make Bobby shares, even though Bobby is delisted.
And
Dogs are
completely
showing up
gone.
to our dog party, so I gotta run.
All right, man. Me and Dork will just goon over the data for a bit longer.
Wait.
But your prediction is what?
My
Oh.
prediction is
4,000?
4,800?
5,100 end of week.
5,100 end of week? All right.
Yeah,
All right.
why not? If there's ever a time I'm going to give it a shot. All right,
Let's
guys.
see what you did. You had a whole dog birthday party to get the first prediction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
you
won
guys
last week.
be safe. Be safe during the market crash next week. All right, I gotta go because doggies
All right.
are
Have fun, man.
dogging. So yeah.
Be safe. Nice.
JFresh is moving the goalposts. Well, I spent the entire time trying to convince him the market won't crash tomorrow.
Yeah,
Because
you
I don't
did a
want
pretty good
anybody.
job.
I don't want anybody buying puts if I'm buying puts.
Well, I mean, if the market crashes next week, I mean, like, it'll be too late for puts.
Dork already have
Unless you
puts.
think it's going to be like a cataclysm.
It's never too late for puts or VXX $80 calls.
You're sick. You're sick in the head for saying that. Something wrong with you, dude. I'll just buy VIX calls, bro.
I mean, they're cash settled, right?
They are, and they're also way overvalued.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, the skew on VIX is insane.
It's just like a straight line.
Yeah. It's the weirdest shit. But anyways, I digress. Back to Tootsie Roll.
I don't want to talk about Tootsie Roll. Did you see the new short vol ETF VYLD? Oh goody. That's not gonna get blown up.
Do they have options? That's what I want to know.
Probably.
They IPO'd, they opened up for trading 2 days ago, so we're not exactly going to get a ton of data on them, and they don't have options. Their expense ratio is 85 bips, and they haven't released a dividend yet. So let's see. VIX short-term futures change inverse CT. Who made this? JP Morgan. Okay. Positive return when the level of the index appreciates during their holding period. So this thing just sells puts. Wait, no. Daily points change return from a rolling synthetic short position in the underlying futures contracts trading on the CBOE futures exchange. Yeah, so this is just short VIX futures. Yeah.
Why VXX and not VIX? Out of the money VXX options aren't as expensive.
Well, I don't know if they're doing VXX. They might be doing VIX futures. I need to see their prospectus. Let me look it up.
No, somebody was asking me why would I buy VXX and not VIX?
Uh,
Yeah, VXX is more
VIX
fun.
is a scam.
Yeah, so fraud. Are you saying it's
Right,
fraud?
yeah.
So profits.
It's a scam. It's not fraud. It's just a scam.
Oh, okay. Why is
Totally
it a scam?
VIX?
No,
Because it's so
VXX.
fucking
Oh,
skewed.
okay, okay.
Oh, VXX is also a scam. Isn't that like a 3X ETF?
No, it provides like multiple. It provides coverage of like multiple maturities on VX. So it's like a VIX short-term futures index. Or it's linked to the performance of the VIX short-term futures index. But ETNs are like the most unstable of all the products.
Oh yeah, they're pretty much designed to take your money.
Yeah. Also VXX like back in August went from like $40 to $90 overnight, which was dope. And really interestingly, also just like a few days after it reverse split.
Right. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Some weird shit.
Oh, should we
I
check?
just feel
Ah,
like I need to step
Jesus
in for Jay
goddamn
Fresh.
Christ. I need to turn your voice down.
Oh. Well,
Here's the shit out of Girk. That makes me happy.
yeah, we just need Market Crash Monday representation. And as part of that team, I feel we should be represented.
You're part of. Well, you've been the SPX to zero every Monday team for 3 months now.
Yeah.
Is this because you've bought 5,500 pits?
Why do you need to call me out like that?
I just
hurts my feelings.
I just want to know how biased you are.
He's so biased.
Yeah.
Do you have a 5,700 call?
No, I have a bunch of SMCI April 50 calls.
Interesting.
What are you planning on doing with those?
Watching them fucking burn.
Ah, okay.
Like every other contract.
That makes sense.
I mean, you might get it, but that's a tall glass of water if the market doesn't recover super hard.
I think I'm
But
gonna
I
go
see
long
it. I see it.
Tesla
If they
this
slam
week.
dispersion, It would work.
Maybe I will write up an equity this week. I think it's going to be Tesla and how retail short interest gets burned. I'm going to make it like a story though, like a fictional story about retail on Reddit leaning way too hard into the like liberal echo chamber and not understanding that the president is literally selling cars for Elon.
Well, until the president starts buying cars for Elon, I mean, it's not that helpful.
Here, I'll change my narrative. Kenny has sold retail a fuck ton of puts.
We know how this story ends. Unfortunately.
Remember back when Kenny used to sell people a lot of calls on GME?
I remember Freg's day.
Just a single liner post. That's it. Kenny loves selling puts to people.
He does.
Period.
And calls. He likes to sell both. He just likes the stock to go the other way after he's done selling them. What's Wall Street's bets saying about Tesla? That it's going to zero. Reverse it.
All right, I'm going to jump and finish my taxes. But, Girk, if you want to shill the shark fin changes.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned
before we're
that,
done.
you mentioned, I saw you post that. Yeah, so we fixed shark fin. Ooh, haha. I'll just do it myself. God.
Sorry,
we need to have that team building meeting in Dork's yurt. So it looks like this should be populating results a little better now. There were some slight issues before where the result count would change the populated results. And now we just don't seem to be getting extra results at all.
No, it's because nothing's bullish. Do it on no filter.
Oh, okay.
No filter on decks and then increase your count.
Yeah, one day look back.
Wow. Yeah, this market's kind of fucked. Like no one's buying anything.
Yeah.
These are all of the bullish stocks, and some of them are just bearish ETFs.
Looking good. All right, I'll catch you dudes later.
All right,
Thanks.
later, man. What's going
Thank
on
you, Duke.
Alney? Oh, that's already that's over.
It kind of looks over, but it kind of looks like, yeah, it's probably over.
Hello. What happened here?
Looks like there's a giant dildo of Delta, Gamma, and Vega right there. What's that dildo all about? That thing's crazy.
It's a 60 put, mostly.
Hmm.
We're gonna have to go look at that. It's
yeah, what's that? What's the OI on that?
It's 3,060 puts. So not
okay.
many.
Yeah, that's not the magic number. Yeah.
No. Total delta went. Well, I guess it just went from like the notional change isn't very interesting, but as a percentage change, that's huge.
Well, it's because I mean, yeah, you're looking at it's. Well, I mean, like if something goes from like 0.25 delta to like 10 delta, that's like a crazy percent change, but not notionally.
VIX picked up a bunch of delta on Friday.
Nice.
Dude, is VIX gonna bounce off of gamma neutral?
Right. Oh man. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
Maybe JFresh is right.
Like weird.
Maybe the market is gonna fucking crash. Look at GM.
Yeah.
Huh. That's a big like notional change in delta. Like a really big one.
Yeah.
People are going long Hertz.
Why?
I don't know.
What do rental
Earnings,
cars
maybe?
stand to gain? Yeah, I don't know.
Hmm. It's at 350. And volume's going crazy on it over the last, like, couple days. Is Hertz an XRT? No, it shouldn't be.
I don't think so.
I'll look up what ETFs that's in. Oh, it's IJR. IJR IWM.
Kind of looks like people are just selling it.
Hertz?
Yeah.
But look at the bump in Delta.
How do you know that's not puts?
I don't think so. We can look. It looks like 350 calls. There was some puts on
How do you know they're not
Thursday.
sold?
Huh?
How do you know they're not sold?
We don't. Wait, hold on. Let's look at vol. The fuck? It won't let me open the volatility page.
See if I can see it.
That's weird. Dork, why can't I open the vol page for Hertz?
I can
What are
open
you
it
hiding
just
from
fine.
me? Really?
Yeah.
This is bullshit. Oh, there we go. I just had to refresh. Ooh, those aren't sold. Fuck you. Is Hertz gonna squeeze to $30?
It's probably going to squeeze all the way to 7.
Well, hold up. What if vol goes up more? Smooths out that
Okay,
gamma
then it'll
curve.
go. Then it'll squeeze even more. But I mean, I feel like long
Mhm.
Hertz holders are just going to sell the fuck out of calls if that happens.
Yeah, probably. Who the fuck is
That's what I
long
would do.
Hertz?
Fucking everyone's just exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Whoever is hoping they can sell some more calls.
The company went bankrupt, and then they're still making like negative 60 cents a share a quarter for the last year. Jesus Christ, they're getting crushed.
Yeah, I was looking at the weekly chart on it. I was like, it just looks like nobody wants it.
I thought they'd been delisted. They were like a long time ago. And then they got relisted and short squeezed from like 50 cents up to like $40, and they've been just going down ever since. Oh, is this the next Revlon, dork?
It's like a bankruptcy squeeze play.
Well, everyone's betting on them going bankrupt, which seems really valid. Their debt's
I mean, if they don't have if the top of the chain options that are for Jan 2027 aren't crazy overpriced,
How do you
then
feel about a
I'm
debt to
not
equity
interested.
ratio of 123.58?
Jesus Christ. Sounds like I want to get some 50-cent puts. And a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, but do you want to get 50 cent puts here or at $10?
I That's a good question.
I know.
So for Jan 27, you could get 550 calls for $1 and 50-cent puts for looks like roughly 15 cents. Mm.
Hmm.
The shorter dated 850 calls. Oh, those are weeklies. Fuck those.
Maybe
April.
maybe the shorts are hedging the upside and they're gonna close.
Yeah, there's 6,000 OI at $6. Trading at 10 cents. Yeah, I might buy the fuck out of those. I don't know.
Look at the $5 OI.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch stacked right in that little range for April. In Jan.
There's
Yeah,
so
Jan
many
26
there's so
is
many
fucking
fucking like
stacked.
there's so many leaps at
Yeah.
$10. Like $10 and $12.
Yeah, this is nuts.
And if it moved up enough, it would like start to like squeeze all that Vega out of the money. It's a lot. It's a lot of OI.
Are you going to go into option strat and make a strat that says if we go down $1, everything goes away immediately, but if you go up like $4, you get like 65,000%?
Yeah, let's look at that.
It's time.
So
For
you want to
the
buy the 50-cent put and then you sell the, or you're gonna buy the 50-cent put and then buy the $6 call or the $5 call.
so I was thinking the $5 call. I think, but these would be like for like Jan 26th.
Yeah. You could get the 27.
Good. But that's too much data. I think that what like the short term bullish, long term bearish. I mean that whole thing will start to play out like one right after the other, right? Like a 1-2 punch.
Here's the problem: the $5 call is kind of pricey. I think you need to go out to 6 or 550. Yeah, you have to go out to
Let's see.
550.
Mm.
Otherwise, you're not hedging your downside. 750? 10? No, it's got to be 10. 10 or 7. Well, I guess 750 is close enough. Because then you
Yeah,
make,
'cause you
if
got
it
like
goes to 0, you make 18%. I don't hate this.
Oh my god. I know, it actually
Like, you
looks
get
okay for
750
that
or it
play.
gets delisted.
Well, you get the 750, you get the 50-cent put, and then what you do is if the 750 prints, you take all those profits and you roll them into like $4 puts. And
Yeah.
you get those $4 puts for Jan 27.
Yeah, you know what? I actually like the $1 put and the 750 call.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got like 122% to the downside. And if it goes to like 10 or more, you just buy $5 puts.
Mm. But you see, how do we leverage short contracts into this to make it just absolutely the most degenerate thing you've ever seen?
You go synthetic long and short.
Like a crazy wide butterfly?
So you sell the $1.50 call and sell the 750 put. Right, $1
Look at that
call.
yield.
Woo! Just makes no right. Hold on.
Make nothing. Well,
Make
yeah, because you're
nothing.
buying and selling the exact same things.
Yeah. There's no $6 strikes.
Oh wait. I think I know it. I think I know the position. Let me build this out really quick. Instead of just sitting here watching you jerk off. Let's see. Boom. Build. We're gonna go to Hertz. And we're going to do this. This is going to be a sell here. Jan 26th, that's good. Like that. And then we are going to buy this, and we're going to buy this many of them. Oh wait, I need to unlink these. Oops. There we go. Like this. And maybe like this. Like that. Okay. Okay, now we're talking. All right, Greg, you're going to like this. And then we sell.
Am I?
You think you might like this. And you sell this, and you sell that many of them. Like that. And then you buy these. And you buy this many of them. Oh, actually, that looks terrible.
Humana picked up a bunch of negative delta.
Okay, I don't like. I think it needs to be in two. It needs to be two trades.
Yeah, you have to sell. You have to exclude one because otherwise they overlap them.
Yeah. Okay. So sell the $1.50 call, and buy a bunch of $5 calls. And if IV juices, you make a fuck ton of money.
Okay.
Yeah, you sell $1.50, buy 4 or 5 calls, so 1 to 4, $7.50 net credit. So you could probably squeeze out another call out of that, but yeah, you could do 1 to 5, but then you're paying money instead of just collecting a tiny little bit of money.
Can't you sell like the? Hold on. Can't you just sell like the 350 put and then buy 2 to 1 on the $5 call?
I mean, you could, but this
Yeah,
is just the way I saw where you could max out your leverage and get tons of exposure to Vega.
That's net credit.
I don't know. I kind of like my my bull call spread, the ultra degen, because if it goes up to $5 in the next 2 months, you make 2,000%. If it goes to $5 and implied volatility moves up 10%, you make 3,000%.
Hear me out. Sell 2. Sell 2 of the 350 put. Buy 3 $5 calls and 5 $7.50 calls.
Oh God. Dude, we are just engineering the death of the pickle jar right now. If they catch wind of these positions we're building, they're gonna get wrecked.
That's a $700 max loss, and if it goes to $30, it's a $20,000 return.
All right, here's this for you, Girk. I'm gonna share a
18.
chart with you. You're not allowed to share this chart with the poorers.
Okay, what is it?
because I did some slider crime.
Ah, did you bump IV?
This thing actually squeezes.
Why is it gonna squeeze? Have we determined it's gonna squeeze, or just that somebody's buying some
No.
calls on it?
That's we've just determined that. And so I was trying to hedge off a short call position.
Wait, what did you send me? Where is it? Oh,
It's yeah.
oh, you're retarded. So you sell the 150C,
Yeah.
buy 4 of the 5C?
Yeah, for the 5C, so you're just a tiny little net credit.
You know, for $342 max loss, it's not bad. But what's your
Right?
total profit on a test of $10? Like, don't give me the percentage value. Get that shit out of here.
Yeah, here, let me get the actual contract. So what'd you say? $30?
10 and 30.
$10? All right. Let me. I have to add a target.
I'll just
price
replicate
in
it.
here. Yeah, do that. I mean, at $10, you have $12 of contract value sitting there because you got with a little bit of the intrinsic, but $10 intrinsic value
You make
at
$1,300.
at $950 roughly.
Hmm. How much did you bump vol? Oh, just all the way.
Yeah.
You're such a dick.
Yeah. I mean, even with vol.
I mean, at that point, you
not
should just be
hard, I
buying
mean,
the 10s, right? You just buy... Because you could buy way more.
That's true. You could buy.
Yeah,
what,
you
like
could go
20 of them?
150 call to 10 to 18 10C. And then on a test of $10, you make 11K.
Or get this: if IV goes up 20%, you're like 5xing your position. If it goes to $4.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, this is some insane Vega exposure. But the problem is that your max loss goes up to $850.
Yeah. I like this one. I like sell the 150, buy the 750. 1 to 15 ratio.
The fuck. That is a spicy looking meatball.
Right?
Oh, good lord, dude. If this thing trades flat, you're so fucked.
But if they go bankrupt,
Jesus,
you're
yeah.
fine. You make
If they go bankrupt, you're
$2.50.
fine. Yeah, and if short vol squeezes off some calls and closes them out, and IV goes up, yeah, this thing is juiced with Vega.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
What's your yeah, let me see what the Vega exposure looks like on this. Yeah, look at that.
I can't see it because I have a Fours version. Let me see what you got. Oh yeah, that's yeah. That thing's so juiced.
Look at Vega exposure above spot. This is
Dude.
perfect, Jorg.
It's beautiful.
You just
can
need a
hold this
2x
thing for,
bump
like,
in
a
IV.
whole week.
Huh?
If you hold this thing for longer than a week, it's gonna die.
Well, hold on. It's got like a month. It's got till like next earnings.
Okay.
These are, I mean, they are leaps.
I mean, they are, but your long calls are gonna. Yeah, okay.
I can push it out to the 27th, but then you gotta trim it way down because they don't have the. It's gotta be like this is kind of garbage. That's 1 to 2. Ew, gross. No,
gross.
Yeah.
Do
Balls.
not want.
Nope. 1 to 18 ratio. 750 or 1 to 15. 750 strike. Sell the 150C. And just juice your Vega exposure.
God, you could. I mean, how much portfolio margin does that require? Not a whole lot. About $6 portfolio margin per leg.
It requires $1.50.
No. That's the short call. You gotta so the 750. One of those 750s is how you're hedged.
Yeah. So it's it's a $600 spread.
Yeah. So you need $600 of portfolio margin, don't you?
You just need $600 of margin. You don't need portfolio margin because it's a spread.
Oh, you're okay. So you would just open a
It's a
full
ratio
call
spread.
and then you just.
I
Well, I'm just trying
mean,
to think of how
I
you would
wouldn't
leg
do
into this
this.
so you don't have to close the whole thing.
I would, huh?
I was just thinking how you would leg into this so you don't have to close the whole thing, right?
Oh,
Right. So
I
you just
mean,
do a full call spread and then you would just buy a fuck ton of those calls.
if it went to $30 fucking dollars,
You would make an unbelievable amount of money. That's what would happen
well, you make $31,000 per spread on
on
$600 of
$500 of
risk.
portfolio margin. Yeah, 600.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So 5,000% max risk. Where you get fucked is if like it doesn't get above 750 by Jan 2026, and then
And
you
if
lose,
IV
then you
doesn't
lose
juice,
$600.
if IV doesn't go up, you're also just fucked.
I mean, equally fucked though. Like that aspect doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I've got $20. Look at you, Squabs.
$20 of margin or $20 in your portfolio. Those are two very different things.
I'm gonna buy like a few of these. Well, like 3. I'm gonna buy like 3 of them.
If these prompt, you're buying me a chicken quesadilla.
I'll buy you 2 chicken quesadillas.
Holy fuck.
If it goes above $7, I'll buy you 3. You can carry them for a while though, like before the risk really kicks in.
Yeah, the one thing I'm
Like
worried
it doesn't
about
get
is
really
what's the-
nasty until you're out in like October.
well, what are the spreads you're going to get on those 750s though? That's my worry.
I'm probably gonna end up
Trying to buy
paying
40
20. I'm probably gonna end up paying 20 cents for them, right? If I hit them all at once.
You're probably going to pay more than 20 cents if you hit them all at once. You probably have to put a limit order at 20 cents and then just turn into the fucking bidder. Like that, I mean, there's no way you get all 45 of those for 20 cents. If you just slap it with a market order, yeah, you're fucked. Otherwise, your limit's not going to fill, and you're just going to be spending like the next 2 weeks trying to fill out all those calls.
Dork, I've got 299 days.
You're sick. You know that?
Yeah, I know.
Like,
Wait, hold
if
on.
you get the
There.
fill on that though, like you could. I mean, honestly, if this trades flat for another week, you could end up getting all the fills you need, and it's pretty advantageous pricing. If the spreads are super wide in the 750, you might be able to sneak in.
I don't hate it. And if they go bankrupt between now and then, I'll still make $15. Yeah, so I get my commissions back.
Nice.
This is totally reasonable. We
Oh
just
my
need a
God.
766% move to the upside, and we need IV to quadruple.
So their earnings have to be not only not terrible, but
No.
really good.
Someone just needs to give them some more money to keep going bankrupt.
Mm,
Right?
I see.
Like, just some venture capital firm has to come in and be like, oh, here's some money. We're going to keep all your guys' assets. Carvana could come in and give them money.
What if they invest
And
in,
steal
like,
their,
Waymo?
invest what? They don't have any money.
I don't know, some debt they get from some loser.
They have 21 billion in liabilities and 21 billion in assets.
I mean, your ultra bullish call just sounds dumb now.
But what about the slight uptick in Delta that we found?
I mean, that's the one thing that makes it seem not entirely stupid. But like your price target of $30 is astronomically high. I think it's more likely it goes up to $6.50. And then everyone wants to sell your call, so you'll have like one tick to get out of it without your spreads getting blown out.
Dude, total Delta on the chain has gone from 32 million up to 50. And then Gamma is skewed positively.
Okay.
Maybe just not. I mean, chances are it does nothing. It just bleeds at $3 until their next earnings, and then that's terrible, and then it drops even more. But I will say that the uptick in volume is pretty neat. Like volume's moved up quite a lot.
I think this is a grave for you to dig for yourself. I think that to get the returns you want out of this, yeah, I don't have the portfolio margin to do it.
To get the returns I want out of this, I have to risk $1,200.
Too rich for my blood.
That's.
I already decided I'm going to that music festival, so that's where that money's going.
Well, you're gonna spend your money on it. You're gonna blow up your portfolio to go to a music festival.
Yep.
This is why you stay poor.
No,
I hope you know that.
I'm taking my tax returns. I'm taking Uncle Sam's money and I'm using it.
It's not Uncle Sam's money. It's your money that they're giving back to you after they invested it and made a better than inflationary return on it. So you're getting deflated. You're getting your deflated money back.
Stop trying to make me angry about getting money back, Kirk.
It's your money.
Money is money. You sound like fucking Peter Schiff right now. Okay?
Oh my god. It's already your money.
No, it wasn't my. If I had not itemized my mortgage, it wouldn't have been my money. They would have just stolen it.
You itemized your mortgage?
I had to. Standard deduction wasn't enough.
I wish I could reduce things.
You can. It's called tax loss harvesting.
Just
buy a bunch of fucking SPX options that die, and then you're good.
I do that every day.
Yeah, you see, you're doing it. Welfare queen.
When are we gonna open up our shell corporation so that we can launder money into Djibouti?
I've almost got the Djibouti rice and beans stand built. I don't know how we're gonna get it there, but
oh my god,
it is just
you were supposed to build it there, dork.
Well, I bought a tent, and then I slapped a piece of printer paper on it that said rice and beans. And I figure we just get like some chafing dishes, right, and get some cans of beans and dump the beans in the chafing dishes, and then have some idiot sit there all day and pay him way too much money to sit there and not sell anything.
Dude, Rocket Labs Gamma is doing big things.
What?
Going up.
Okay.
Delta's not, because the price is flat, but that's kind of interesting too. All right, let's talk about market stuff.
Yeah, instead of just sitting here gooning over single stocks that we can degen into and lose all our money.
Yeah.
I think Rocket Labs IV is also jacked, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Too rich for my blood. Yeah, that's why I like Tootsie Rolls, because options are dirt cheap because it doesn't go anywhere.
That's why they're dirt cheap.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a nice, safe play.
I also like to buy stocks that don't improve in value ever.
Yeah, no, it's my favorite thing, actually. It's like the equivalent of a wallet that could actually go down. It's more likely to go down than up.
It's almost 4
It really-
o'clock.
Yeah.
I hate
I
to
don't know,
crash
should I
your
make a
Hertz
prediction
party,
with
but I'm
fuck off?
buying a $10 leap come Monday. Bull run is over? Wait,
You dick.
did Hertz have a bull run? It's been going down for like 3 weeks.
It's been going down for like 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, technically.
This thing's a fucking, yeah, it's a giant pile of poopy.
Technically, it's gone just straight down for 4 consecutive years. But I was
It's not
trying
a
to
good look for a
focus. I was
company.
trying to focus on the positives. Wait, how much money do I make if it goes to $10 or $5,
bunch.
which is actually like a reasonable?
I think you make like 10 grand, right?
No, I would make I'd make 4,000%, but that doesn't mean anything. I'd make $600. Well, hold on. If there's like a 20% bump in IV, I would make like $1,000, which isn't terrible. It's not great on risk.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Hertz is the company to do this with.
It's probably not.
There's probably such better companies out there like XRT.
What am I gonna do with XRT?
I don't know.
Just go long them covering shorts?
Right. Well, actually, no. If once XRT goes off reg show, it should just go straight down, shouldn't it?
Once it comes off reg show?
Yeah.
No.
Mm.
Yeah, usually the like bumps in XRT are super bullish. Like when they roll XRT off reg show, it's bullish as fuck. Because they they like close all the short calls.
I don't know. I think that the strat is still just selling leaps, bear call spreads on MicroStrategy. Because everyone's going to keep buying the dip on Bitcoin until they get absolutely cleaned out.
That's true, yeah.
And Bitcoin's not going to go above 100,000 for the next 5 years. So there you go. Right?
It's a bold assumption. Yeah, it's, I mean, like,
Yeah.
weeklies are still decent returns. You could sell like the 320, 250 for like 39% a week. It's like 40% on risk.
I don't hate that.
Yeah, it's boring. It's definitely not
Everything's boring.
300,000 Xing Hertz calls, but 1 second, I'll be right back.
300,000 X like $2.
All right, I'm back. Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't gooned on Gamma Strike in a while because I've been busy developing things for Gamma Strike.
Yeah, how's JFresh told me that you're working on version 3. How's that coming?
Well, I'm working on versions 2, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, 2.41, and 2.5 all concurrently.
What about
And they're all going good.
2.41b? Did that get scrapped?
Yeah, that one didn't really work out that well.
Oh, okay.
The porn auto generator fell apart, and it was too costly. So
All
yeah,
right. Well, there
sadly,
goes our
it's
dream
rough.
of having live porn that matches your SPX position.
Oh right. It figures out your preference, and then what it does is, depending on if your position is positive or negative, it goes closer to or further from your preference. Right. So that way, when you're gooning to your position, right, it can try to get you to branch out and think differently when your position's getting destroyed.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was pretty genius, but yeah, it didn't work out. It was
All
just
right.
not. Yeah, the technology is simply not there.
I don't think
But
I
yeah,
don't think you were here last week, so only me and Nuke made predictions.
did you win?
I did.
That Nuke was super bullish.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, that's not. That was the week to be super bullish. I mean, he's not wrong.
I was right day one, and then wrong every other day, but was also closest on Friday's close,
There you go.
which is all that matters.
It's a terrible way to win, but you won. You did
I did.
nonetheless.
So, JFresh already picked his, so I'm gonna plug that in. Wait, do we want to go over any of the macro stuff? I mean, the reason I think JFresh is wrong about the market crashing.
I mean, we can, yeah, because I feel like
So
everyone's
I only actually have
worked out.
one real valid thesis as to why JFresh is wrong. And that's because my futures contracts on ultra bonds are short and up.
Hmm. Yeah, those might get wrecked come Monday.
Yeah, so I'm either
Like,
gonna open we're either gonna open and I'm gonna lose a bunch of money on those, or we're gonna open and I'm gonna keep making money on those, and the market's gonna turn around while everybody leverages up junk bonds.
yeah, you're right. It's the thing about a market crash, right, or a cataclysmic event like that, is that what happens is all the liquidity leaves like all the markets, and everything becomes super correlated.
Yeah.
Like that's when you know things are shit, when everything is extremely highly correlated.
The last thing that Trump said of any note was on Friday, and he said fighter jet tech is unbelievable.
What are you talking about? He said just the other day that he loves Trump coin. He
That
said it's
didn't
the best.
that didn't make the news.
Well, he said he loves Trump coin and it's the best. I think that's the biggest market mover he's said in the past 2 months.
Is Trump coin up?
Probably he pumped it. It means it goes up, right?
It's up 6%.
You know what? Pump successful.
Yeah.
Hey, see that wick? That's where Trump sold.
Accurate. Now this thing is like really held up around $11.
Well, yeah, it's because all the insiders have already sold except for Trump. So
Yeah. I'm sure Trump's mostly out.
probably. I don't know though. Is he that smart? Or I guess his crypto traders are probably smarter than him.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not managing it himself.
Yeah.
Witkoff said Trump told Iran we should talk.
What?
Trump told Iran we should talk.
About what?
I don't know. That's all it says.
I'm pretty sure he's made some pretty thinly veiled threats towards Iran last week.
No, they weren't thinly veiled at all.
They were just straight threats. Yeah.
Yeah, just threats.
He pretty much said, yeah, we might blow you up.
Whatever. Crypto traders? You mean Baron? Has anybody checked his laptop?
No.
Just saying.
They're gonna find out he uses aimbots on Minecraft. I'm glad you got that. That was a gamer joke. I'm glad
That
you
was good.
caught.
No, that was good. Yeah, I mean, commodities didn't really do shit all week. Correlation came down, but then it flattened out on like Tuesday and just stopped moving down for the rest of the week.
So
It just chopped.
one thing that makes me think the market might not crash is oil is still cheap, but
The forward
I
yield
don't
on
know how much that
volatility is
matters.
almost negative.
Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if oil has as big a standing in current market conditions as it once did.
Well, if we get a recession, it'll go like $20 a barrel.
It's true. I love me some cheap gas. Plus,
No,
Trump
your
has
gas
like
will be the same. Your gas will be the same price.
oh, god damn it. True, yeah, could never catch a break. I'll probably just lose my job and then pay more for gas at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll cut the refineries down to like half labor. And they'll be like, oh man, it's so much money to turn this crude into gasoline.
Yeah.
If those goddamn workers didn't demand so many rights, it'd be cheaper.
Maybe I'll just like start my own oil distillery
I saw
in
this
my backyard.
fucking hysterical video from like the Alabama State Senate. Alabama voters like approved to raise the state's minimum wage in like a landslide decision.
Okay.
And all of the senators are like, I'm not like they're all like small business owners. Like, I'm not following this law. This is ridiculous. Nobody supports this. Oh no, it was for sick leave. It wasn't even minimum wage.
Oh Jesus. Those goddamn communists want more sick leave.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe them.
They're
Me and my
making
dad had an
excuses
interesting
about like they were
conversation.
making excuses about people like if one person leaves work and they're sick, everyone else is gonna have to work harder.
That's how it works. That's you do that anyways.
I know.
So me and my dad had an interesting conversation yesterday. He sees nothing wrong with people having hundreds of billions of dollars.
No.
No, yeah.
He thinks that's like how the system's supposed to work.
Well, yeah, he thinks it. Well, he's of the mindset that it's it incentivizes people to work hard and earn their nut, right? And he also
Did you explain to
scoffed at
him
my
for
idea
more
that-
people to make $100 billion, we have to print more money?
Yeah, and I was having a tough time helping him understand that paying your employees more improves their productivity.
Oh. So you were
Yeah.
really back at like economics 101.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's like, well, where's that money going to come from? I'm like, well, if your company is sufficiently large and you make an outsized profit, maybe instead of just giving those profits to this guy, give them to these guys. And he was like, well, then that guy is going to leave. And I had a hard time not just saying, well, good fucking riddance. Yeah, he's an old school dude. So,
That's fair.
it's fun to have the conversations with him anyways, because he's not an idiot. He's just has a skewed view of reality because he's run his own business for over 30 years.
Then he should know that like all the money that gets made goes out the door.
And that's the funniest part is throughout that 30 years, he's hired plenty of people who he pays more than he takes home from the company.
Yeah.
Like he knows firsthand that it's important to pay a lot for your employees, but like even so, he's like, still just like, nah, there's no like real reason to pay your employees more than you would want to be like, you have your compensation increase as a manager.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
I mean, I understand how like the manager, like the executive mindset came about, but I don't understand how it got to the extremes it's gotten. Like if you're paying
Yeah.
some guy 500% more than the combined salaries of the employees that he is in charge of, those two groups of people are not going to have a good relationship.
Well, not only like it's yeah, I mean, there's like this assumption that managers save companies tons of money, but a lot of them don't.
Yeah, a lot of them just don't like
They just
don't
sit
do
there.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah. So no, we had an amazing conversation and a lot of relevant things to, him and I's whatever situation, but yeah, he was fun to talk to about that kind of stuff. But anyways, yeah, I think that there's a decent chance the market corrects harder and VIX goes undefined again. I don't know if we're actually going to crash and have a liquidity crisis because I don't know. Doesn't seem like we're at that point.
Ooh, the bear steepener picked up a bunch on Friday. I missed that.
Oh wait. Actually, I rescind that. Haven't delinquencies gone up a bunch?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, that's
Way up.
right. Credit card
Delinquencies
loans,
are at
we
like
got-
2008 levels.
Let's see. Well, credit card delinquencies apparently only at 3% delinquency rate. What about consumer loans? Okay, yeah, consumer loans are on the rise. That's good. Well, not good, but I don't know if this is catastrophic shit yet. Delinquency rates on all loans. That's still crazy low.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think there's still liquidity. I think that we're probably going to get another pump. Net interest margin, how's that? Ooh, okay, super low. FHLB advances, what are these doing? If these are rocketing, we might crash. Nope, they're not rocketing. But we also only have data back to Q4 of last year, so yeah. I don't know. I don't see a huge warning alarm bells that there's not liquidity to fund another pump. So
Yeah.
I'll take the bull position. So what did JFresh say? 4,900 or
He said
5,000?
5,100 end of week.
Okay, I'm saying 6,000 end of week.
You guys are such assholes. Why do I even have a prediction? If we're just gonna do a spread on 5,100, 6,000. Why am I even trying to figure this out?
I just want JFresh to see this prediction and lose it.
Yeah, I'm guessing mine's just not flat enough at this point.
It's just perfectly flat. No, we'll probably bear flag all week, and the bear flag will slowly turn into a bullish reversal if there really is enough liquidity and everyone feels like
We
shorting
can't
some more
bear
vol.
flag because of delta neutral. We tried that last week.
Well, if delta neutral falls a bit, yeah, we can bear flag.
Hmm. They're gonna have to get delta neutral under like 5650 though. I love
Well, they
that.
just had OPEX, so it should be straightforward enough to do. If we really think there's plenty of money sitting there, then yeah, all that repositioning is going to come in near the money and push delta neutral down.
That makes me think that I should be more bullish, but not as bullish as you. Yeah.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Yep. That's where I'm gonna lock it in there.
Oh man, this chart looks amazing.
I forgot we have GDP and stuff this week.
Yeah, there's some big data. But these positions are locked in. They're set in stone. There's no changing them now.
I'm
screenshotted
strangling
it.
6,000 and 5,100 short.
That's the worst idea.
I really hope it's short. It's okay. He's not gonna long strangle them. Don't worry, Dork. No one would ever do something that silly.
He's gonna long strangle him, and then the market is gonna crash, but it's only gonna go to 5,200, and he's gonna lose everything.
God, I hate this. I hate this. This is like a dog shit prediction. No. This is so bad.
I mean,
Friday's just bearish. Like Monday, I feel like, you know what? Fuck that. I'll actually try to make a real prediction.
well, mine's a real prediction.
No, it's not.
It's like 10% in a week. Are you kidding me? Totally reasonable. That's only what, like a 2.5 sigma move? 3? No, it's like a 5 sigma. It's a big move. Ooh. Okay, you're right. I should make a more reasonable prediction, shouldn't I?
Yeah, especially because JFresh is so dumb.
Okay, fine. Fine. Close the week at 57.50.
So just straight up to 57.50.
I mean, yeah. So it's gonna be shaped like a U, right? Like the right half of a U. That's what I'm thinking is like shitty bear flag, and then bullish reversal time towards the end of the week.
Oh, okay, so mine, but reversed on Thursday.
Exactly. Pretty much yours, yeah, completely like flipped across the x-axis. That's pretty much what it is.
So you just want this.
Yeah, exactly. Just complete, yeah, exact opposite of yours. Yeah, that works.
All right.
There we go. All right, let me screenshot this one. I'm gonna call this one the secret dot plot.
Limit down tomorrow. I hope so.
That'd be fucking sweet. I'll take it.
I have some out of the money puts. I'm ready. Tariff fears realized end of week. No, and the reason that's one of the reasons I'm not that bearish right now. Not only is next week end of quarter, but it's also going to be the like final tariff decision. I just don't think we're crashing before that.
I don't know. That's a lot of time for Trump to say something really dumb.
24 hours is a lot of time for Trump to say something dumb.
12 hours.
Trump's already backing down on the tariffs. Of course he is.
Yeah, because Larry Fink was just telling him it would be terrible if there was an accident. Someone mixed up your blood thinners on.
I mean,
accident.
even if you stay away from the conspiracies, right? The longer you try to hold the world in this state of suspense, the more angry all of your donors are going to get.
Yeah.
And like the political pressure to do like shit or get off the pot is just going to mount.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty reasonable. I think it's reasonable for us to just get more like consolidation this week, and then we're probably both right in our expectations that GDP numbers will do something.
Yeah.
Imagine if everybody wants to push it to the very bottom of the JPM long puts, so JexQ loses a bunch of money, but we close the end of quarter just at 55.65.
Oh my god, the ultimate cuckening.
Yeah, like 55.66 close.
My Jeppy puts are gonna print, bro.
Finally, yeah. Trump mentioned flexibility with tariffs and trade. Negotiable on Friday. I know. If he backs off them, it'll be bullish. Like
he's not going to back off of them without getting something in return.
that's kind of the problem I see with everyone who's like Trump's going to completely abandon it. He's not. Like he's far too stubborn to walk away a loser. Which we know because he ran him for president again.
And he's just a walking, talking quid pro quo. Like that dude is like not going to do anything for anybody without being framed as the winner and not having backed down. So he's going to take something. So we'll see.
And if he feels like he's losing, he's going to just triple down on it. And that would be very bearish.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm thinking we don't do too much this week. Provided we don't limit down at futures open and JFresh is wrong. If we do limit down at futures open, I'm gonna make a lot of money.
I mean, after this OPEX, I mean the probability of a market crash went from like bips to like, maybe 2% of a chance. So
yeah, what are CDS looking like right now?
Let's see.
US 5-year CDS. Dude, they're 36.89. Oh, this is an old one. Hold on. Nope. They're up 20.63% this last month.
Oh shit. Oh, I gotta check my Bamalama Ding Dong chart, see where it closed the week at.
Although that's still just a 0.61% chance of default.
Yeah. Oh fuck, did I really do that? Hold on.
I'm surprised that you know what's surprising though is that the decision to extend the budget didn't affect CDS at all. Like the 5-year CDS has remained just unchanged through the extension of the budget by Congress. What was that last week, right? We passed the budget well, it didn't pass a budget, but passed an extension on the budget last week.
There we go. My Bamalama Ding Dong charts got fucked up. I had to bring him back.
What is it?
Yeah, high yield spreads against AAA definitely moved up.
Credit spreads are nasty.
7.82. Yeah, this is interesting. Okay, so maybe there isn't as much liquidity as I think. I still think a crash is really unlikely, but there's a few ingredients in the pot.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is the OPEX for it, but
maybe the market crashes when people start selling gold.
What are they buying with it though?
cheaper stuff.
I will see.
I mean, not U.S. Treasuries. That's for sure. Oh, actually, wait. U.S. Treasuries.
That would be the ultimate switcheroo, wouldn't it?
Mm.
Back to cash.
The dip? Yeah, exactly.
Good lord.
So, yeah, that makes sense. Like 30-year to 10%, and then everyone sells their gold.
Okay.
You can't
Okay.
sell it if you forget where it's buried. Is it even
Damn.
yours if you forget where it's buried?
Yeah, then it's just Mother Earth's again, right?
I know you're conservative, Lawrence, but putting the baby back in, that's a whole new take. Gold to 4K. It's starting to look more and more like it, to be honest. I mean, the longer currency risk stays persistent with the dollar, the more people are just going to keep buying in.
Pretty much.
TQQQ is neither bullish nor bearish. And Russell looks like dog shit. Like, Russell looks like it's headed back to 150. Look at that double top.
Whew.
Dirty.
Spicy.
So clean.
That is neat.
All right. I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we've about exhausted everything. Index is the only thing that's really exciting. Mag 7 sucks. Dispersion might get slammed, and if it is, we're gonna fucking moon. If not, then we might crash or bear flag all day. Fun stuff.
One of all the possible potential outcomes will happen.
Up, down, or sideways, baby. Let's go.
Later, Lawrence. All right, guys. If you had any more questions and I forgot or I didn't get to them, just let me know and I'll catch back up with you in DMs. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Peace.
Kenny's Mayonnaise is a proud sponsor of Pickle Financial, so when you get a hankering for some creamy, delicious mayo after a long night of snorting, sweating, and pacing, grab some Kenny's.
It's yours?
No,
My mother said she found it in your closet.
I don't know. One of the guys must
Must have what?
Look, Dad, it's
Where
not.
did you get it?
Dad,
Answer me. Who taught you how to do this stuff?
You, all right? I learned it by watching you.
Parents who buy weeklies have children who buy weeklies. Just some pickle fiend fuckers, not a cult, no. Like them AMC suckers, not a cult.